Welcome back to Piano Spun Fiber Arts and happy day 4 of the World of Wool Advent Calendar 2025, Culinary Christmas edition and Crochet edition for me. Our fiber today has me a little confused, so I'm really excited to open it. The fiber is called No Comment, which is very confusing to me. I was trying to think if comment was like a pun, maybe there's a fruit called a comment as well. The bag is covered in bananas. So I am very, very curious about this one and I want to jump right in to see what it's all about. I'm hoping that we get a nice banana-based fiber. Banana fiber is spinnable after it's been processed. So I'm hoping there's some banana fiber in here, and I'm hoping we're getting to see some of those kind of mellow yellows of a banana, if not the white of the inside, maybe some brown for that top of the stem as well. So let's see what No Comment is all about. We are definitely seeing fruit fibers. Day 4, No Comment. 60% merino wool, 20% banana fiber, 20% pineapple fiber. No comment. And once you see the inspiration, you'll understand why. This blend takes its cue from one of the most unforgettable entries in the annals of festive food history, the candle salad. Oh my gosh, I've seen someone make this before. Popularized in mid-20th century America, we don't take credit for this one. This towering creation involved a banana, a pineapple ring, a maraschino cherry, and a dollop of whipped cream or mayonnaise and lettuce. Yes, that combination. Mayonnaise and Jell-O salads were real big in America in the 30s, mostly due to lack of resources in America, but it's not something we look on fondly. Somehow both innocent and impossible to unsee, it was intended as a cheerful treat for children, though its final appearance has sparked more side eyes than second helpings. Let's just say we're glad this one didn't make it onto our family tables. So since we have that maraschino cherry in there, I don't even want to talk about it. So I'm imagining we're gonna see the yellow of the banana, maybe even a brighter kind of yellow for that pineapple. I assume some white for the inside of the banana and also maybe the mayonnaise. And I hope to see a little red for the maraschino cherry. Looks like that's exactly what we get. It almost looks like ketchup and mustard. You can definitely feel the pineapple and banana fibers. They're very similar. They're extremely long stapled plant fibers and very dense, almost linen-like. They're a good linen substitute. So here's that blend, exactly as I imagined. That bright, almost candy banana color, that red for the maraschino cherries, and then our white is gonna be that blend of pineapple and banana fibers. So let's continue. Let's hear about the inspiration. To honor this curious tradition without recreating it in the kitchen, we crafted a blend that reflects its fruity roots and slightly surreal nature. Merino wool forms the soft, bright-colored base, much like the banana itself, while banana fiber adds a hint of smooth, plant-based texture. The real punch comes from pineapple fiber. The real punch comes from pineapple fiber, which brings subtle sheen and structure. I am having trouble with this sentence, nodding to the tangy ring at the salad's base. Although it's a quirky tropical blend that's better spun than served. A little weird, a little wonderful, and best enjoyed with a knowing smile. This is a fun one. I would actually make this, because it's not that difficult. I would make this if I were not allergic to bananas. I am allergic to bananas. I cannot eat them. It's probably not a salad that I would want to eat anyway, but were I not allergic to bananas, I would go out and buy one and I would make this because that just sounds fun. But instead of eating it, we're gonna see how it spins. So let me take 2/3 of it Because of the plant fibers in here, this one I am a little scared. I'm not gonna get the full 3 granny squares, but that is okay. Let's set it up and see how she spins. I am a little bit worried about how much this is going to shed. I know you probably can't see it on camera, but it is already flying everywhere. A lot of these plant fibers just aren't as sticky as wool. They don't stick to each other as well. So, oh my gosh, it's everywhere. And it's also going to be difficult to keep lofty, that kind of woolen spun that we want, just because plant fibers, again, don't have a lot of loft. They don't have crimp memory because they're not an animal fiber. So I'm going to do my best here. I'm going to focus mostly on keeping it as thick as I want it, and I'm not going to worry about trying to get as much as I can, because again, if I only get 2 squares, that's gonna be okay. Also, the different fibers are really striped throughout this top, so that's also gonna make it tricky to spin as consistently as I would like. But this section is looking pretty good. So let's see what this 3-ply sample looks like. It does have a very strawberry banana kind of look. And again, because it's plant fibers, it doesn't have a stretch, it doesn't have a bounce, and it's a little thinner than I would like. So I might have to start spinning these singles thicker. I'm worried about how heavy it'll be, but I'm gonna start spinning it a little thicker and I'll be back with the finished yarn. So this is our final yarn for No Comment. I like it a lot. It came out to be this kind of peachy color, but if you look closer, you have these banana yellows mixing with that kind of red of the cherry. I used to actually dye a base that looked a lot like this. I called it mango and dragon fruit, so I used more of a berry color than a red, but it turned out really nice. This one I'm really worried about getting 3 squares because those plant fibers are so dense. I worked really hard to get it pretty close to Aran weight. I don't think I did a great job. It's tough. These fibers are so dense. Yeah, this is squarely DK, but I'm gonna crochet it with the same gauge crochet hook, and I'm gonna try to get them to be 5 inches. It's so heavy. I'm thinking I have a lot less yards of this than the others. So this might be a 2 granny square day, but the yarn is so pretty. So surprisingly, I was actually able to get all 3 squares from No Comment. They do have a little bit of like a ketchup and mustard look to them. These came out much closer to that 5 inches. And they are so dense because of the plant fibers. I feel like if I threw one at someone's head, like it would really hurt. They're really thick. If I had a whole coat made of this, it'd be more like a weighted blanket. They're so thick. But I was able to get all 3, which is perfect. If I was able to get 3 from this, I feel like I'm almost able to get 3 from anything. And this is how much I had left over. So not a lot, but the fact that I was able to get 3 out of it is great. So this is our No Comment for day 4. I will see you tomorrow for December 5th.